Good day or night wherever you are. This is Miss Andrea with the Perris Library. Today we'll be talking about the new arrival of young adult books at the Perris Library. These are just some of our favorite ones as of November 2020. Grab a pen and paper and let's get started. First up, we have Teen Titans Beast Boy, a graphic novel by GARCIA and GABRIEL PICOLO. This is a series where it follows the high school-aged versions of the Teen Titans characters. This one is Beast Boy. If you're a fan of superheroes, mutants, or just in general the Teen Titans, this is a great read, coming of age and high school based. Up next is Buffy the Vampire Slayer Volume 4, Ring of Fire by JORDIE BELLAIRE. This is exactly what you think it is. It is Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but high school drama, and it is excellent, so I highly recommend giving this graphic novel a try if you like vampires and lots of action. Also a lot of romance. Speaking of romance, we have Mind the Gap, Dash and Lily from the Dash and Lily series. This is book 3. This is by Rachel Cohn and David Levithan. This is a heartwarming romance between Dash and Lily, as you could have guessed. If you like nice YA contemporaries that are lighthearted with a lot of just genuine moments, then you'll probably enjoy this one, especially if you enjoyed the first 2 books in the series. This book is also good for the holiday season. Up next, we have the second book in the Codename Verity series, The Enigma Game by Elizabeth Wein. This is a historical fiction novel about World War II. If you liked the first book or you're just generally interested in historical fiction, I highly recommend giving this one a go. It is very popular in the historical fiction community at the moment. We've also heard that there's a bit of a mystery at the center of this novel, so that's always interesting. So if this sounds interesting to you, mark it down for your next trip to the library. Next up is Come On In, edited by ALSAID. This is an anthology about joy, heartbreak, and the triumphs of immigration, with stories by best-selling and beloved YA authors who are themselves immigrants or the children of immigrants. This is very interesting, so if those topics interest you, I highly recommend giving this one a try. It has a lot of variety. There's a high chance you'll find something in this book to enjoy because it is written by 15 different authors, and there's 15 different stories that come with that. These authors are well regarded in the YA community, so there's probably something for everyone. Next up, we have the second book in the Eldest Curses series by CLARE. This is The Lost Book of White. If you read the first book in this series, you'll probably adore this one too. This series follows CLARE's most iconic characters, Magnus Bane and Alec Lightwood. If you enjoy the Shadowhunter Chronicles world in general, then you'll probably want to give this series a go, but I would read the first book before this second book. Up next, we have Punching the Air by Ibi Zoboi and Yusuf Salam. This is a YA contemporary with commentary on race, and the most interesting aspect of it is that it's written entirely in verse, which means it's poetry. These poetry books are quick reads, and they make wonderful commentary on racism and art school and just in general coming of age. I highly recommend giving this one a try if you want to try out poetry or if you just want a really good contemporary. Up next, we have Horrid by KATRINA LENO, which is a haunted house kind of story with lots of commentary on mourning, grieving, and mental health as well. This one's a bit scary, so if you're interested in like a mystery with ghosts and haunted houses, highly recommend giving this a try, but maybe don't read it at night. We've heard this book is good for anyone who enjoys a spooky read, but also if you don't, because it's not too heavy on the haunted house aspect. There's a huge focus on grieving and coming to terms with loss, so keep that in mind. Up next, we have Super Fake Love Song by David Yoon, who is the author of Frankly in Love. This is a YA contemporary rom-com style story about mistaken identity and a string of fake events that may lead to real love. This one is a lot of fun. It's very quirky, and the main character is quite a personality. He's quite the nerd, which you'll see on the inside cover of this book. There's like a map that's supposed to be similar to D&D, I believe. This is really fun, and it has a center around music and a rock band, so if you like that, I recommend giving this romance a try. If you enjoyed David Yoon's other book, Frankly in Love, then this book is definitely worth giving a try. They are quite similar in themes and writing style. Last but certainly not least, we have Never Look Back by LILLIAM Rivera. This is an Afro-Latinx contemporary about a character who is haunted by losing everything in Hurricane Maria, and maybe even an evil spirit. This contemporary is a retelling with magical realism and even a little bit of romance and coming-of-age tropes. If you enjoy a culturally diverse book with lots of magic, but also realism, trauma, identity, and love, then you'll probably enjoy this one. Plus, look at that beautiful cover. I can't get over this cover. How about you? And that concludes our new YA notable books of November 2020. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. If any of these books piqued your interest, please visit your local library and check out some items. And make sure to wash your hands. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!